In the heart of Egypt, a divine decree of doom looms, a final plague that would echo through the annals of time. Please like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. As the drama unfolded, God unleashed the most devastating of all plagues upon the land of the pharaohs, the death of every firstborn. This was not a catastrophe that discriminated. From the firstborn of Pharaoh, who sat on his throne, to the firstborn of the slave girl, who was behind the millstones, all were destined to face the same fate. But the Israelites, they were spared. How so? Each family marked their doorposts with the blood of a sacrificial lamb, a signal for the angel of death. As he swept through the land, he would pass over these homes, sparing those within from the deadly plague. The sun rose on a nation in mourning, and the once stubborn Pharaoh, his spirit finally broken, surrendered. With a heavy heart, Pharaoh released the Israelites, marking the beginning of an epic journey that would forever change the course of history. As dawn broke, the Israelites found themselves trapped between an advancing army and the vast, unyielding Red Sea. A sense of dread loomed over the Israelites. Their steps had led them to the edge of the Red Sea, and behind them the relentless Egyptian army was closing in. But then, something miraculous occurred. Moses, their leader, raised his staff and the waters of the Red Sea parted. It was as if an invisible force had pushed aside the waters, giving birth to a path of dry land right through the sea. Without a moment's hesitation, the Israelites started crossing. They traversed the seabed, walls of water towering on either side of them, an awe-inspiring testament to divine power. However, the Egyptians, blinded by their rage and desperation, pursued them into this unusual pathway, but they were not destined to reach the other side. As the last Israelites stepped onto dry land, the sea roared back to its original state. The waters roared back into place, swallowing the Egyptian army whole. The Israelites had escaped, their freedom gained in a spectacle of divine intervention. Freed from bondage, but faced with the harsh reality of the desert, the Israelites grappled with hunger and despair. Their journey was not just a physical one through the wilderness, but also a profound spiritual passage. Amidst the barren sands, they were about to witness a miracle that would forever underscore their faith. As the Israelites' stomachs rumbled and hope began to wane, the heavens opened up in an act of divine providence. Each evening, quails covered the camp, and every morning the desert was blanketed with manna, a heavenly food unknown to them. This miracle was not merely a provision of sustenance, but a testament to God's unending care and attention to his people's needs. It was a tangible reminder of the covenant between God and the Israelites, a promise of protection and provision. Every morning, as the sun painted the sky with the first light of day, the desert was strewn with manna, a daily reminder of divine sustenance. At the foot of Mount Sinai, amidst thunder, lightning, and a thick cloud, God himself descended to speak his law. In this dramatic tableau, the Israelites watched as Moses ascended the mountain to receive the law directly from God. These laws, known as the Ten Commandments, would serve as the moral and ethical compass for the Israelites, and indeed for countless generations to follow. The first commandment, "You shall have no other gods before me," established monotheism, the belief in one God, a radical departure from the polytheistic cultures of the time. The second commandment, "You shall not make for yourself a graven image," discouraged idolatry, prohibiting the creation and worship of idols. The third commandment, "You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain," underscored the reverence and respect due to God's name. The fourth, "Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy," instituted a day of rest, a concept that was revolutionary in a world where labor was relentless and unremitting. The fifth commandment, "Honor your father and your mother," reinforced the importance of family and respect for elders. The remaining commandments, "You shall not murder," "You shall not commit adultery," "You shall not steal," "You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor," and "You shall not covet anything that belongs to your neighbor," laid down guidelines for social conduct, promoting peace, honesty, and respect for others' property and relationships. These commandments, though simple in wording, were profound in their implications. They formed a code of conduct that cultivated a sense of community, fairness, and respect among the Israelites. They also established the concept of personal responsibility, emphasizing that every individual is accountable for their actions. Carved in stone by the finger of God, the Ten Commandments became the bedrock of morality, a divine decree that continues to shape human conduct across the ages. From Mount Sinai to the present day, these 10 laws continue to guide us, reminding us of our duties to God, to each other, and to ourselves. Thank you for watching, and may the Creator bless you always.